With us today on VIP Boxing, it's Zahid Hussain. Zahid fights at Doncaster Racecourse on Saturday, 8th of October, when he meets old rival Razar Najib for the vacant English Super-Bantamweight title. A fight you can see live on SportyStuffTV, free to air. If you look up SportyStuffTV on Google, you'll see all the outlets where you can get them. Very easy to see and very easy to find. First of all, thanks for joining us, Zahid.
Not a problem, mate. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so a chance of revenge against Razaq. Tell us about the first fight. There was only a couple of rounds in it in the end, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's how the referee had it. But majority of the people in the building and ourselves, we thought we won it quite clear. I just watched a video of a few weeks ago. Got it sent to me. There was no video actually there recorded. So we had like people obviously recording the full fight, over the phones. It's not as clear, but it's still quite good quality. So I watched it a few weeks ago, and watched it again. And honestly, we honestly thought we won it by not even close. The rounds were close.
Yeah.
We said the rounds were close, but the fight wasn't close in terms of winning by the round. Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you worried? Does it go through your mind? I mean, obviously, you got the rematch now next week, and you can show, you'll be showcased on SportyStuffTV. Does it go through your mind that could happen again?
No. Reason being, I've got a different mindset now, because now that it's happened to me, my mindset's just telling me that no way we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it that close. So I'm going to go in there with full killer instinct, whether we get a stoppage, whether we just blast through the rounds. Not going to leave it close like that for it to be a tight decision.
Yeah. Did you always think the rematch would come? Have you always followed his career? He's had those couple losses in title fights since. Did you always keep an eye on him afterwards, or did you forget about him until Woody told you? Well, your manager Steve Wood said he's got you the fight again.
Yeah, so I remember after the fight, obviously they were close. Somebody were recording him and did an interview over the phone, and he said, "Oh yeah, he'll give me the rematch." Never heard of nothing, but I thought, yeah, we'll probably get a rematch. But then I forgot about him, to be fair. And then when I joined with Steve after the pandemic, I think we got a call to box him. We was gonna box him.
That's
and
right,
then what happened? Oh yeah, I got cut in sparring, and there was only like a week left. So coach said, "No, I'm gonna have to pull out of that one because the cut was quite deep." So we pulled out on that one, and then we were gonna fight again in February, I think it was.
At the Royal Armouries, wasn't it?
At the Royal Armouries, yeah. And then literally making way. There was 3 days left. I had a check weighing on Wednesday, and I'm on the treadmill now just to run a bit of the pounds off and then go for the check weighing. And as I'm running, I got a message from the board, one of the guys from the board, and I'm like, wait, why am I getting a message? So I've opened it, and it said, "Oh, no need, come in, your opponent can't box." I'm like, no way. Turned off that treadmill straight away. But right, I ain't running no more. And I've cleared it up with the I can't remember who messaged me, but I cleared it up with whoever messaged me from the board. And they just told me that there might be a chance, but he failed some medical or something. So I rang Steve, and Steve said, "Yeah, we're trying to do some, trying to see what because they weren't giving a clear answer. They were saying that it's still possible it could happen, but there was no way it was happening."
Yeah, and then of course you got. Sorry, go on, carry on. Sorry, and now here we are.
Now the fight just come now, so that got announced to me about 8-9 weeks ago.
Yeah, and then but you haven't fought since a year. Hopi Price, was that a hard fight to get over because you was on a big stage then against a very good fighter, I think, as well, weren't you?
Yeah. To be honest, man, I'm not like blowing smoke up my own ass or all, but like I've got a very good mindset. No matter how that fight ended up, it's not playing no demons in my head. So yeah, to me, it's just another fight now. It's another day in the office. If anything, it's probably making me a bit more meaner.
Yeah, and this is a big chance for you because it's an English title. You'll be in the British title picture. You win, and of course, it must be good exposure being on a TV network that's free to air like Sporty Stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like 100%. When Steve told me that he's got a TV deal, I was so I looked it up and stuff, and I thought, oh, that's great. It's on a Freeview TV deal, and you know, it's on everyone's TV channel, that innit, and anyone could watch that. So yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's good to know that that Steve's got something like that, in his VIP with VIP now. So it's good, man. Steve needed it. He's doing a very good job. He's got they've got a big stable of boxers, and every time when somebody asks me, or who's your manager, I say Steve. They say nothing but good things about him. And I wish I was with him from day one, man. Honestly.
Yeah. Well, you say Steve's doing good things, but just as importantly as him doing good things, how are you going to do good things next Saturday in Doncaster?
Well, like I said, just going to listen to my coach, do everything that we've been doing in the gym. I know I'm fit. I just had my last spar today. We did 10 rounds. Did 10 rounds at a very good pace, because we know Razaq brings the pace to you. He only knows one thing, and that's to come forward, and he can do it well. And he's got a good engine, so we know we're fully prepared for everything that he's gonna bring, and I do know him more or less inside out from the fight that we had previously, even though it was maybe 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
But I watched a few of his fights after that, and he's the same old Razaq. But I'm ready for anything that he's gonna bring.
Zahid Hussain, thanks very much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure for VIP to talk to you.
Thank you for having me, Steve, and thank you to Steve Wood, VIP, my coach Keith, and everyone that's been involved. Just like to big them all up, man.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Boxing info, news, and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north. Click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.